What would you say if I told you that there exists an ultra-wide-angle full-frame lens that weighs 228 grams, takes a screw-in filter, and is priced under $1,000 US? You might say this is unbelievable. Surely it cannot be. Well, my sweet YouTube friends, guess what? This is the Laowa 14mm f4 0D wide-angle lens from Venus Optics, and it's quite something. But is it any good? Let's find out. Before we begin, I'd like to thank Venus Optics for loaning me a sample of this lens for a couple of weeks, which was very kind of them. Keep in mind that this isn't a paid or sponsored review. My opinion is still my own and untainted. The Laowa 14mm is available in Leica M, Leica L, Canon RF, Sony FE and Nikon Z mounts. This review will be based off the Z mount version of this lens using a Nikon Z6. I mostly use two wide-angle lenses for my Nikon cameras. Currently and most of the time, I use the Nikon 14-30 f4. It's my favourite landscape setup at the moment, and I get some really great results with it. I also use the Samyang or Rokinon 14mm f2.8, but mostly for astrophotography. And that's the only time I use it, as it's kind of bulky in a camera bag, and the bulbous front lens element isn't that practical for everyday situations. With the Nikon 14-30, I have an adaptable lens for different situations, which produces a great image, has autofocus and is also light and easy to travel with. But how does the Laowa 14mm compare? The first thing you'll notice with the Laowa 14mm is that it is tiny, weighing in at 228 grams and measuring 58 by 59 millimeters. It reminds me of a micro four thirds lens, and here it is compared to the Panasonic Leica 8-18mm. Such a discreet, lightweight size like this makes it perfect for travel, especially hiking, or some sneaky street photography. In fact, the Laowa 14mm is aimed at providing distortion-free wide-angle coverage for architectural and interior photographers, hence the 0D in the name. This tiny body also allows the use of a screw-in 52mm filter, which just adds to the value of the lens. A wide-angle lens that takes a screw-in filter is always appreciated. However, it is kind of a pain to screw in, as the thread filter is attached to the lens hood itself. Not a real deal breaker, but it is kind of fiddly to get it on. As you can see here, when attached to the Z6, it's actually quite a nice look. At the front of the lens is the aperture dial that makes a slight clicking noise when turned. As this is a Laowa lens, it uses manual focusing. Focusing feels nice, and there's an additional little fin thing here on the bottom that can give you a bit more smoother control. The lens can focus to within 27 centimeters of subjects. Now the image quality. Over the 2 weeks I've spent with this lens, I've shot a lot of things from time-lapses, landscapes, street photography, and even some video. Overall, the images are quite good optically. They're very sharp in the center, and when stopped down to f5.6, the corners are great as well. I never really noticed any chromatic aberrations, and of course, being a 0D named lens distortions are also corrected quite well. The lens has 5 aperture blades, giving you some very nice sun stars at the right settings. I also didn't notice much flare, which is kind of an issue with wide-angle lenses like this. For example, my Samyang produces some amazing flare, but can really ruin an image. However, the Laowa 14mm handles it quite well. Unfortunately, the lens does have a couple of weaknesses though, mostly with vignetting, which is kind of a problem from f4 and even at f8, but that's an easy fix when it's time to edit your images. And also field curvature is a bit of a bummer at closer focus distances, but again, fixable in post. So now here is a tasty montage of some images shot with the Laowa 14mm. I have to admit that this lens is quite fun to use. It's tiny, making it perfect for travel, and a valid option as an everyday walk-around lens. Great for landscape, cityscape, and astrophotography, and hey, even a bit of video. It's very affordable, giving you a great bang for your buck, so why not check it out? Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. If you'd like to learn more about the Nikon 14-30, here is a video I did where I chased some waterfalls. And if you'd like something more Laowa flavoured, here is a macro photography review of the glorious Laowa 100mm macro lens. Cheers!